Check, 1, 2. Oh, almost ran over my toe with your office chair. All right. Hello. Here, I gotta move over for Nat so she can get appropriately in the frame here. All right. So welcome to yet another edition of the Rough Report. Coming to you live from here in Ottawa, the sunny shores of Ottawa.
Sunny shores of the nation's capital.
Yep.
Emphasis on sunny today.
Yeah. It's pretty dreary outside.
Yeah.
Seems to be that way kind of across the province right now.
Yeah, we're
saw
dealing with
that.
a hurricane.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, like, we're not in the hurricane, just like after effects and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then that's slightly better, I guess.
Yeah, like no one in Ottawa is about to get into the eye of the storm or anything. So, like, we're fine that way. We're fine.
Good. Delightful.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you for joining us.
Jessica.
Jessica, namely, for being in the live chat here. Possible tornado in Fort Erie, she says.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. I feel like the instance of tornado warnings has sharply increased over the past couple of years. I wonder what that could be about.
Well.
I wonder what's going on with that.
So we're in the worst timeline and the windiest timeline. Everything's just all downhill from here.
Yes, exactly. There are so many things. Oh my God!
It's a hilarious week.
Yeah. It's been a strange week. I don't even know where to begin. I have lots of stuff lined up. Okay, let's start with something kind of silly here. Did you see this?
No.
Okay, you're about to have your mind blown.
Oh my God.
This is like the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay, so this isn't very political, but it kind of is, I guess. But considering all the political happenings of the past week, this is kind of not one of those.
Yeah, this is a palate cleanser.
Yeah. This is getting us off on I don't know, a certain footing here. It's not going to get if you get off on this. Actually, I have some strange. I have some questions.
I mean, I've got questions anyways. But
Okay, yeah, because Nat hasn't seen this. She has no idea. I just clipped this. I thought this would be something that we'd add to the end of the show, but now that I have it up here, I'm like, what the hell?
Amazing.
So let me show you what this is. This is basically like a supercut that somebody put together. They basically did a Google search here of Minions on the Cross. Okay, and they found like a bunch of videos, bunch of TikToks from different TikTok creators talking about this video in the exact same way. Like they were all reading the same script. And it's not only that they were reading the same script, it's what the script says exactly about this. It is so mind-bending.
Okay, I was already like thrown for a loop with Minions on the Cross.
Yeah. No, get ready, okay?
Oh, fuck.
I already feel like I've said too much. Here, let me just throw you into it, and we'll talk about it after the fact. Here we go. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen.
If you scroll away from this video, then what are you doing? Look. One day an animator was messing around and he created this picture of a little minion who was nailed to a cross. And you can
This may sound a little crazy, but you need to hear this about a minion. There was this animator that was messing around when all of a sudden he created a minion who died on the cross. And
If you scroll away from this video, then what are you doing? You see an animator depicted a minion dying on the cross. I mean,
this is just so amazing. You see, there was this animator who decided to make
So
an illustration of how Jesus died on the cross for you and for me.
So there was this animator, right? And he was messing around one day when he suddenly created a minion who died on the cross. And you can
If you scroll away from this video, then what are you doing? There was an animator and he was messing around one day when all...
You need to see this. This animator was messing around and he decided...
If you scroll away from this video, then what are you...
Did you notice this mistake in Minions?
The one right at the end. This is what gets me. This clip at the end. So it was all about the cross and these different people, but then this like little clip thrown in at the end.
From this video, then what are you? Did you notice this mistake in Minions?
What a video. Oh, man. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff.
You know, we could be putting this energy towards like UBI and world peace.
So get this. This obviously, like, it's just like, it speaks to that whole, I love the word content farm. It speaks to the whole concept of content farm, right? Yeah. Like where you just have like this almost like factory just churning out mindless bullshit.
Yeah.
And the internet is becoming increasingly flooded with it, and it kind of becomes this like cannibalistic Ouroboros sort of thing where the snake is consuming its own tail now because the AI is eating its own bullshit and reproducing it, and it's just like, oh man. It's getting so insane. So the same anyway, yeah. Here's another great way to put it into perspective here, like dead internet theory, basically. Oh, yeah. Like I'm not sure if it was obvious to everybody else, but I'm fairly certain none of those people are real. I think that was AI generated video.
I hope so.
Not only like just so much about it. I love this animator was messing around. He made a minion on the cross.
Like, what does that mean?
He was just messing around, and he made a minion on the cross. You guys, what? What?
Whoopsie doodle.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that
like
nothing happens by accident.
What are we like what is the point? I wish like there's a part of me that almost wants to see the whole video. But here's another one to take in. Like,
if you scroll away from this video, then what are you doing? Look. There was this animator, right, and he was messing around one day when he suddenly created a minion who died on the cross. And you can see he even put...
He just suddenly created it. It was amazing.
A nail through his three-fingered hand, and he even put a crown of thorns on his little minion head. But look, let me tell you something. A minion didn't die for you. A minion didn't pay the...
He put a crown on his little minion head. It's oh man, it's so mind-bendingly stupid. And like I genuinely like this is the kind of stuff that more has like concerned parent sensations go through me, where it's like this is like the bullshit that kids are consuming.
I'm more concerned this is the bullshit that parents are consuming.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried about this in kids. Kids will just be like, this is weird and stupid.
Like, I have serious concerns for anybody, who's like, who happen to have one of these videos come up in their feed, and they watch the whole thing, and they're like, that was interesting. I'm like, well, maybe interesting the wrong word, because it is interesting, but not, like, I find it interesting, probably not for the same reasons that I'm imagining or worried, rather, that others might find it interesting. I find it interesting because it's stupid. But like, yeah, who's watching that going, wow, this like that is incredible that this animator suddenly created a minion on the cross. I am legitimately blown away by this miracle of human ingenuity.
Look, you're not. Yeah.
Crown of thorns on his little minion head. I can't get. What, like, I shouldn't even be questioning this because it is so stupid. But I'm like, what? Like, there's this part of me that still wants to be like, what is the point of this? What? But there is none. It's stupid bullshit. Like, it's just content farm fucking nonsense meant to like fill up your feed with dumb shit. Like, oh man, it's I knew this AI shit was going to be dumb, right? Like, but like it's hard to fathom the direction of dumb that it went in.
I mean, I think we can just move on to the next thing, because like this has just got me speechless.
Yeah, right. It's
does
it's
one
just
even
bewildering. Say? Yeah.
What does one even say?
Okay, so this one's funny. Here, actually, let me go through the tabs here and figure out which one I should actually start with. Yeah. Okay. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay. Yeah. So, Aiden Ross, moron YouTuber. You could swear he was like a dumbass AI. If you didn't know better. But some of you might be familiar with Aiden Ross. We've talked about him before on the show. He's the guy who sniffed Andrew Tate's chair when Andrew Tate left the room.
Real alpha stuff.
Real alpha stuff, yeah. And he's also the guy, I think we showed a clip of him going, I think we showed this clip when we're talking about him in that same instance. When he's trying to, like, where he's reading out loud the definition of fascist and fascism, and he couldn't pronounce it. He even had trouble pronouncing the word nationalism, I think. Just to show, like, I don't mean to say that somebody who struggles reading is a dumb person, but I mean he's just the whole package. Okay, that's what I'm getting at here. This guy. I'm not saying like that he's dumb in that ableist sense. I think he's dumb because he's never tried to do anything legitimately creative or difficult or take effort in his entire life. That's the impression I get, where he's like dumb by a very much a nurture sense, not a nature sense, you know. But so let me get to the point as to why here. Okay. We got some stuff. Okay, so according to the Twitter account here, like they're kind of like a news pop culture aggregate, Dexerto. This is a video from them, although it has the Kick/Aiden Ross tag in the corner here. But yeah, get a load of just this shot alone. That's something to behold. So we got the Kick.com Aiden Ross steak, and then Dexerto again, like content farm. Everybody just sort of like taking each other's shit, and like, you know, I mean, we're sort of doing the same thing right now, but at least you know, we're not trying to slap our brand on it and just like reshare it and like get the clicks. We don't have a golden check mark like Dexerto does. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm sure that all of our current live viewers, Jessica, gonna help.
We had a couple live viewers there. Oh, okay, one came back. I honestly, when it comes to our live viewer count, I have no idea how accurate our viewer count actually is. But so there's what a shirt. Look at that. I wonder if Trump legitimately likes that shirt. You know what I mean? Like, when he saw that and this big grill in his mouth here, was he like, "Yeah, I'm hip with the kids"?
Like that gives all the earmarks of an AI image that was then like just posted on T-shirts.
Just
So they didn't even pay anyone to do that.
Oh yeah. No, of course. So yeah, basically, apparently, just to show the like alpha, beta, however you want to put it, bullshit of this situation, Aiden Ross evidently is giving this Cybertruck wrapped in the image after the apparent assassination of Donald Trump, the apparent assassination attempt where no bullet went near him whatsoever, and he maybe got nicked on the ear lightly by a piece of detritus debris of some kind, Anyway,
hangnail.
Just
that he didn't
just
file
like
down
the
sufficiently.
layers of stupidity that it takes for this moment to take place. The Cybertruck, the image wrapped around the Cybertruck, Aiden Ross himself, this shirt.
It couldn't have been better if it'd been like.
Yeah, like comedic genius can't write this shit.
No,
you know
like,
what I mean?
It couldn't have been better.
Am I gonna close the door
Sorry,
really
I
quick?
didn't expect the volume to be
It
so
could have
loud
been
there.
better if the Biff character from Back to the Future 2 had been gifted with the fucking DeLorean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I gonna close the door really quick? Just I want to show them the rap. Sure. Check out this rap and let me know your honest thoughts.
I think it's incredible.
Am I gonna close the door really quick? Just I want.
I think it's incredible. Of course he does. It's his image on it. Like, but like, oh, especially like that. Oh, I love this. Here, let me get us out of the way here. And so you can see this particular angle of the T-shirt because I think that's really flattering. Oh, look at that. That's excellent stuff.
Hi, you guys.
Yeah, a very hey, you guys.
Yeah, very sloth from Goonies.
Yeah, Goonies.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. So yeah, you got these new best friends doing their little dance together here. Look at their cute little dance that they got. Look at the Blowjob Brothers doing their signature double barrel handy J jive. Look at them go.
Yeah, everything about everything just makes me.
Look, I'm skiing. I'm so fabulous.
I'm just gonna punch myself in the face.
Work it, girls.
Punch myself
Work it, girls.
in the face.
They're the goats. Look at them according to this gotta be a bot account, I'm guessing. Just based on vaguely on how the profile picture looks.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna guess that's some sort of bot account. Because why not? Dead internet theory, am I right? It's just, you know.
And the gifts he gave him was over the FEC individual limit. Well,
of course it is. I'm sure they'll find some way around that because in case you didn't notice, have you guys ever seen, like, I can't remember even if I joked about this in the last episode of the show. Have you guys ever seen the Fall of the House of Usher? Where you know, the Usher family. The older the brother and sister of the Usher name.
Yeah, the latest Mike.
Essentially,
Flanagan
the latest Mike Flanagan horror story, where they basically, you know, essentially made a deal with the devil. Not to spoil too much about the show.
You've had a year if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, exactly. But still, watch it. Like it really is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, where essentially, like, you know, it's blowing the minds of some people around them, where they're like, "How do you keep getting away with crimes? You go unpunished for any of the horrendous shit you do, and then it turns out because it's this deal with the devil." And that's the Trumps. That's what I feel like the Trumps got.
Yeah.
You know. They're just never going to be punished for any bullshit that they do.
Yeah.
They got that deal with the devil shit going on.
Yeah.
And because this guy, they just don't get punished for anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
You know this.
Yeah.
So yeah, also this image. Oh yeah. Like, okay, but you got to see, like, the power stance he's trying to do. I imagine Trump is like trying to look hip and cool here, and his hair is kind of like blowing up, looking, you know, ridiculous as it does. Oh, I didn't realize I could zoom in like that. Holy shit. This is a high-res photo. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the ankle there.
Yeah.
And they're both wearing, like, they're trying to make, it's like Aiden Ross is trying to make the too long tie a thing. Like, no, this is how it's supposed to look. Trust me.
I think he just doesn't know how to tie, and so like the inside part's like this long.
Yeah, or the tie's too long for him. Even after he did the double Windsor, it was still hanging a little too low. Yeah. So, what do we got next here? Oh yeah, and put the cap on this. This is funny, like the stuff. I don't know, like these right wingers, they'll just log on to the internet and just say anything. You know what I mean? Like, what does this even mean? What does this mean? I've been telling you all about the vibe shift. Finally, people are paying attention. The vibe has shifted from, Tucker Carlson and 2 young women he may or may not be related to. I'm not sure who they are. To the picture of Trump and Nathan Ross dancing. Major vibe shift. What the hell are you talking about?
Turns out you can just put words in whatever order you want.
Does any of that mean? Like, let's be real. Trump has been doing shit like that, right from 2016. They had the right wing, real edgy boy memers, making stuff of that energy. Yeah. Like he originally did his little dance like that. Mm-hmm. During the 2016 election, right? Yeah. Like that's where that came from. I'm pretty sure. Maybe that's just the dance he's done his whole life, and he just automatically goes to double barrel handy J mode whenever he just imagines dancing. Yeah. Oops. I do that at least once a show. I accidentally click on that one thing. Let me tell you, being the producer, director, and co-host of this show all at the same time, you make mistakes, okay?
No.
I'm trying my best here. I'm just one man.
It's kind of rough.
It is the rough report after all, folks. Okay, so Joe Rogan has come out with a new comedy special, presumably on Netflix. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it.
Neither have I.
And it seems to be just like whenever I see clips of Joe Rogan, it's always like the same shit. How do people do people honestly watch this? Do people watch, like, I get that people listen to Joe Rogan's podcast. Yeah. I get that. But like, is anybody watching this, this new comedy special he's got? Cause like, I've seen a couple clips from it so far, and it's just genuinely bad. Like, if Joe Rogan had good stand-up comedy, I would be like, at least he's funny. His podcast, sure, he platforms awful people, but at least his comedy is, legitimately good. At least he has some talent on that front. But like, I'm genuinely wondering, first of all, this is just unpleasant to look at. What is this outfit? Like, we're talking about a guy that has millions of dollars, okay?
Yeah. Someone should have checked out the sweat situation on that shirt before they shoved him in front of a...
Yeah, or it gave him an undershirt, or considered the linen, the color. This isn't even his color. What kind of outfit is this? The shirt doesn't fit him well. It's just a bad fit. To stand in front of an audience and do a comedy special, especially when you're getting your fucking titty sweat up in there and looking like a fucking disgusting. Like you, sir, you were standing up there and talking.
Yeah.
What do you like? Why are you sweating?
I'm not going to begrudge him titty sweat because I understand the titty sweat.
I get it.
I'm going to say that if you're going up and you've done stand up, the lights.
Lights are hot.
Yeah,
I get it. Like as a singer, I get that lights are hot. And but I'm like at least moving.
Sure, but like just I don't know. It bothers the practical parts of me where I'm like, no one considered what he was wearing, like the practicalities of being up.
Again,
on
this is a
stage
guy who
lights.
apparently has lots of stage experience. Yeah. Is worth millions of dollars. He has a stylist.
But
maybe.
Honestly, this is the least problem I have.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I haven't even clicked play yet, folks. Yeah. Okay, so let's see this clip.
And a lot of people say, "Hey man, you're a fucking hypocrite. You'll say the R word, but you won't say the N word." Yeah, because I'm more afraid of black people than I am retards. Duh. Yeah, don't you know?
And then he says the F slur. So I'm going to cut it off there because I don't want to get penalized for that being said on YouTube.
Oh, you can say the R word without getting penalized on YouTube?
I'm almost certain of it. Huh. I'm sure in this context, we'll sooner get away with that than the other one. Hopefully. But either way, we
need to worry about demonetization.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we're not making bank on this.
But yeah, and so he proceeds in that clip to go on and say God damn it, the F gay slur.
Mm-hmm.
So for the sake of a punchline, which, like, just consider that. For like that little jokey joke,
it's like,
for a second there. That is the most
Andrew Dice Clay did that like 30 years
bottom
ago.
of the barrel kind of stuff. Like even at least Andrew Dice Clay had like this sort of
attitude and
cartoon character built around it that made it funny and slightly more elevated beyond its edginess, because the edginess was almost like making fun of itself through this character. So there was that kind of like element to it, where Joe Rogan is just going up there and like,
I'm unlikable,
I'm saying slurs, and everybody laugh, and it's just, it's lazy.
So this
like,
is why I'm not invited home for Thanksgiving.
From a strategic like craft of comedy point of view here, that is dumb and bad.
Because, like,
you're bad at your job, man. Like, it's just...
and that's the thing about stand-up comedy, is that that's your job, man. As an audience, it's not my job to laugh at you. Your job is to get a laugh out of me. Even if, and I can't think of any examples, but like there is offensive comedy where even if you get something like, oh, right, like that's a reaction. Whereas, you know, I'm just watching this and I'm just like,
and it's just like, you just sigh. That's like the most you can get out of this.
Just waiting. Like, is anything going to happen? No, you're just talking like the crazy
and the fact that he's built like the cartoon bulldogs from like the old Looney Tunes cartoons. And like, you know, so somebody did him up like Cotton from King of the Hill. Like, you can't even take your grandson to pick out a hooker these days. Because it won't.
No shins.
Yeah. That. Oh, jeez. God damn it.
Yeah.
I really got to move where that is.
I mean, at least Cotton had at some point some redeemable qualities.
Yeah.
Not many.
I forget whose tweet that was, because now I just got the picture from it. But somebody had added that caption, so kudos to you. Or to me, I said he had the Arthur outfit on. Mind you, like a Target level of Arthur cosplay happening here. But somebody pointed out Caillou works as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Caillou, I mean, is a little bit more of an annoying asshole.
Oh, Caillou's a prick. Yeah.
So that fits. It's more of an apt comparison than Arthur. But yeah, like, oh my God.
Nice.
Like the state of stand-up comedy is just so utterly in the freaking toilet. I think there's legitimately a couple good ones out there, and there's probably a lot of great ones who are more unknown and on the independent sort of level.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about like the main faces of this performance style,
what I've been seeing a lot of is the guys who were popular 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Trying to go back out there, but they're not even going back to what they did 20, 30 years ago.
That made them successful? Yeah.
That made them successful. No, they're just going straight for like transphobia, slurs.
Yeah, just lazy,
so lazy,
bottom of the barrel, utter garbage. Yeah. Okay, and like I remember, if you remember years ago, Joe Rogan gained a lot of notoriety from being the anti-stealing people's jokes line. Now, mind you, maybe he isn't stealing this bit from who is this comedian? Brendan Schaub. But he's doing the same bit, essentially. This might be a result of parallel thinking, maybe because it is even lazier than the last clip I just showed. And this is from the same comedy special that somebody recorded this from. And they're going to put it back to back with the Schaub joke. Even if you could call it a joke, like it is just so, again, it's just inducing. It is groan worthy. I can't even. Okay, here we go.
I wish I was gay. It looks way easier. They're hanging out with only guys. No one can get pregnant. No more lies. I wish. Think to myself, oh my God.
Yeah, men never lie.
My life would be so much easier if I was just gay as shit. If I was locked down with the bros, Dallas, quarantined with the homies, you know how much more fun we would have? Oh my God, dude. We'd like play video games all day. We'd
Can't
work
do that when you're
out.
straight, obviously.
At night, we'd fuck each other.
Having sex with your romantic partner. Ha.
So, so they just hate women.
Because gay, right, fellas? Hilarious. I hate women.
Yeah.
And I wish I was gay, but man, having sex with men,
yeah. Like this is this is some boomer ass jokes.
It's
man.
so bad.
I thought we stopped.
I'll give it to Shab at least though on this one. Putting these two clips back to back, he had the better delivery at least.
Yeah,
he was a little more like animated and entertaining to watch with it.
I mean, you know, neither of them made me laugh.
It was it was both bad.
Yeah,
but
like it's not even because I'm like I'm a woman and I'm offended. It's boring. And we've been hearing...
It's not offensive. I'm offended for the sake of comedy because it's bad comedy.
Like, we've been hearing the same old shit of, like, I hate my spouse.
Yeah.
So then why are you with your spouse? Date people you like.
No more lies? What kind of joke is, like, women... What kind of stand-up joke is women lying stuff? Like, what year is it?
Like, it's just...
like, we're going back to, like... Night at the Improv, standing in front of that brick wall, you know, when 2 a.m. after all the other stations have gone off the air, and you'd get like those sort of guys going up there. It's that kind of lazy, bad, hacky shit. Hacky. This is the only word for it. Is hacky. Oh man, like when people like ask me like or bring up the state of stand-up comedy these days, I just got to be like, I got to say I'm not a fan of stand-up comedy generally speaking, just because of where we're at with it at present.
Yeah. So just honestly, that's the particular bit is less tired, boring, and misogynistic than the current book I'm reading.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can...
Oh, you can sort of see it. Yeah. Here, wait, let me see if I can get... there we go. Yeah. And that's it meant to be like a schlocky, you know... Yeah.
Well, it's from
women are deceitful kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, it's from 1968. This is just the kind of schlock that I read.
Yeah.
Like I'm not out here, reading feminist screeds. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but like if I'm reading, I tend to just want to turn my brain off, and so I find it fun to read things that are just schlock. Right. Yeah. And then if it offends me enough, I can console myself with the fact that the author's probably dead. So, like,
man, it would be great if I were gay, because then I'd hang out with only men, because women are bad. It's just like, oh my God, I can't get over how hacky that is. It's just like, and again, it's you're offended, like again for the sake of I am offended for the sake of your profession. That is where like, my offendedness is. I'm offended that you are getting paid to do comedy specials on Netflix.
Yeah.
And be considered one of the more popular figures in your profession.
Yeah. When you're
this is what you're delivering.
Yeah.
That's what I find offensive.
Yeah. It's like all of the jokes came from like the Honeymooners or something. I don't even fucking know. Like, I hate women. They beat my wife. I don't know. Yeah. People are the R word. I don't fucking. Yeah.
And as we know, especially Joe Rogan, men don't lie. It's not a thing that they do.
Oh goodness
not a
gracious.
Thing.
Yeah. Anyway, what else do you got?
The women bad, they lie. Men good. If only I could have sex with them.
Yeah. All right. What else you got?
Fake.
Right, okay. I don't know if okay. Let's get rid of these as we've watched them. Oh, okay. This is a great one. This is.
I haven't watched this.
Oh my god! In terms of stupid timeline stuff.
I think
okay, we saw the Aiden Ross thing. Okay, massive, stupidest timeline kind of shit. Okay. I think the mere existence of RFK is stupid timeline shit. Yeah. Just like everything about the man is just like, this is insane. You got the, like, you know, and not that I want to knock him for a medical condition or stuff, but, you know, when you're talking presidential candidate, I feel like voice matters. So you already got the voice thing against you. That already kind of puts you in a weird space in terms of like how people perceive you, right? And then on top of that, you got the anti-vax, you know, conspiracy brain type shit. Okay, you got that on top of it. Okay, and then on top of that, the literal brainworms. Okay.
Like that I will never get over that.
Yeah.
I will never fucking
like the fact that people aren't still talking about the brainworms. You know, like just because it is a nonstop shitstorm of stupidity that is happening in this fucking planet.
It's not even like the most notable thing about him, which is insane.
Yeah. Oh, but you know, you're about to learn. You're about to learn a very much more notable thing about him, because this was apparently 10 years ago, a big story that in New York City.
Sorry, do you mean that this video clip was, or?
Well, what he's talking about in this clip.
So, like, the clip is new.
The clip is new.
The story is from 10 years
but
ago.
the story is what he's talking about relates to. Was a bit of a big story 10 years ago, at least just for New Yorkers in New York.
So, like, I think I've heard the context of all this, but I've not seen the video.
So here, RFK is saying this to, of all people, Roseanne Barr.
Sure.
Who like, I don't know, looks like they have all sorts of ice cream out and stuff. Maybe they had some sort of buffet or something. I don't know what the exact context of this is. But again, two just complete fucking weirdos hanging out, okay? And it almost like, I almost get the energy from Roseanne Barr in this, that like, even RFK is too weird for her, you know? But here is RFK, for some reason, telling this story.
I was taking a group of people falconing up in Goshen, New York, up in the Hudson Valley. And I was supposed to meet them there at like maybe 8 or 9. I was driving up maybe, you know, really early, like 7. And that woman in a van in front of me hit a bear and killed it, a young bear. So I pulled over and I picked up the bear and put him in the back of my van because I was going to skin the bear. And it was very good condition, and I was going to put the meat in my refrigerator. And you can do that in New York State. You can get a bear tag for a roadkill bear. And so then we went hawking, and I had the bear in my car. And then we had a really good day, and we went late. We were catching a lot of game, and the people really loved it, so we stayed late. And instead of going back to my home in Westchester, I had to go right to the city because there was a dinner at Peter Luger's Steakhouse. And at the end of the dinner, it went late, and I realized I couldn't go home. I had to go to the airport. And the bear was in my car, and I didn't want to leave the bear in the car because that would have been bad. So then I thought, at that time, this was a little bit of the redneck in me. There'd been a series of bicycle accidents in New York. They had just put in the bike lanes, and saw a couple of people had gotten killed, and it was every day, and people had gotten badly injured. Every day it was in the press. And so I thought, I wasn't drinking, of course, but people were drinking with me who thought this was a good idea. And I said, what?
Okay. This story story is already fucking bizarre, right? Like, and so Roseanne's face there when he starts going, well, I wasn't drinking. I got to preamble this. You know, people, they get hurt on bikes every day in New York City. Big story. Well, I wasn't drinking. And it's just like the whole flow of this is just like, okay. So let me step this back because like the look on her face fucking gets me. Yeah, I want to go back a little bit more here. Okay.
There'd been a series of bicycle accidents in New York. They had just put in the bike lanes, and a couple of people had gotten killed, and it was every day, and people had gotten badly injured. Every day it was in the press. And so I thought, I wasn't drinking, of course.
Like that. So I thought.
People were drinking with me who thought this was a good idea. And I said, well, I had all.
It was the people I was with who were drinking that thought this was a good idea. Oh, and of course, in my sober mind, I listened to them. I took their advice.
Like my car that somebody asked me to get rid of it. I said, let's go put the bear in Central Park and we'll make it look like he got hit by a bike. Funny for people. So everybody thought that's a great idea. So we went and did that, and we thought it would be amusing for whoever found it or something. The next day, it was like, it was on every television station. It was the front page of every paper, and I turned on the TV, and there was like a mile of yellow tape, and there were 20 cop cars. There were helicopters flying over it. And I was like, oh my God, what did I do? And then there was some people on TV in Tyvek suits with gloves on lifting up the bike, and they're saying they're going to take this up to Albany to get it fingerprinted. And I was worried because my prints were all over that bike. Luckily, the story died down after a while, and it stayed dead for a decade. And the New Yorker somehow found out about it, and they're going to do a big article on me, and that's one of the articles. So they asked.
So literally, why he's posting this video is because he didn't tell anyone.
He posted this on his own account?
He posted this himself.
Look at this.
This is him. This is him getting ahead of the New Yorker story. He is quite literally. Yeah, like, see, Instagram, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., this is actually his account. This is him knowing this New Yorker story is coming and him getting ahead of it and just, like, admitting it, trying to take the... And when he posted it, he added the caption something like, spin this, New Yorker. And it was like, yeah, here's this bizarre story of this awful thing I did. Ha! That'll show you.
They're gonna try to tell you. They're gonna try and tell you I did something crazy. Well, let me tell you, I did.
It's just, like completely fucking bonkers. And I like how he tries to like pass it off on. I wasn't drinking, but my drunk friends. I decided to follow their very good advice, and then not tell anyone. For 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, like, honestly, when you think about it, like, the stereotypes about, you know, insulated, affluent, silver spoon families like the Kennedys.
Yeah.
And them doing, like, fucked up things and just covering it up.
Yeah.
Like, it's so... on par.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, this is so, like, I smashed up a car and killed somebody in the middle of the night.
Well, it's like Ted Kennedy being like, hey, let me tell you about the time I went off a bridge.
Yeah. It's so, like, it's so Kennedy, right?
Yeah.
It's
wow. So.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So that was a thing where he thought that was a good idea to post this. Presumably, maybe his drunk friends thought this would be a great idea to
He's
post
sober,
this.
of course.
He wasn't drinking when he posted this, but some of his friends
That's
who were in the room
That provides so much more context as to like some other posts about RFK going, RFK Jr. saying something like, so let me tell you about Malaysian Airlines.
Yeah. No, the best one I saw was a picture of him sitting in that chair there, and it was something like, so anyway, it's about 2019, and I'm in a wet market in Wuhan, China.
Fuck me.
Especially coming from the anti-vax COVID conspiracist guy. Oh man,
worm eating guy. Yeah.
That was funny.
Fuck me. Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. I didn't see that one. All right. I think that we should wrap early so that we can start making dinner.
Okay. You want to get to that? All right. There was a couple other things, but you know. Oh yeah. Here. You know what? I'm sorry. I got to touch on this because it's in vain with the Robert Kennedy thing.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't know that Cheryl Hines is RFK's wife. They're married, right? I was like, what is she doing there? They're married.
Well,
I didn't know this. It's crazy. Anyway, so here, I'm going to remove us for a second just so you can see the rest of the people in this picture. Zachary Levy, Tim Dillon, Jessica Reed Krause, the legendary athlete Meta World Peace. Legendary athlete, I've never heard of this man. I don't know. But star-studded cruise. Could you imagine being stuck on a boat with these people?
I don't want to be stuck in a boat with anybody. Like my position on cruise lines. And
my intention with this would to go on this cruise would be like, I'd enter the sweepstakes under the premise that I am, right before walking aboard the boat, eat like a fistful of shrooms.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna say bad shrimp, and I'm like,
no, just get like get absolutely zooted on mushrooms.
Wow.
And just like have my pupils as like as big as saucers.
Amazing.
And try and hold a conversation with RFK. We'll talk about the universe, man. It'll be great.
Magnificent.
Yeah. That was my idea there. So yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to cover. This will only take a few minutes because honestly, there's not much to say about it. Well, I do want to expand more on stuff around it in a later episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is, I guess, how you could describe race riots happening in England right now.
Yeah.
And basically, like, the fascism has fomented under the surface for so long that it is now, it's not even there, it's above the surface.
Yeah.
It is on the surface.
Combined with way too many years of UK austerity measures, and so people are broke and sick, and
they've been told for a long time that the fault of this is immigrants and Muslims.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been completely propagandized into believing that these people that are seeking refuge in England are to blame for their woes and the downfall of British society, when it's literally their own leaders, their own wealthy elite that are doing it. This is where
austerity measures leads. Like, making sure that we take the money to prop everything up from like the most vulnerable, and making sure that like
these are people that have less than nothing. Yeah. You know? And these hateful, demented people have been driven to such extreme that they're now they're in this video. Here, I'll turn down the volume a bit. In this video, they're attempting to burn down a hotel. Like, they're attempting to stuff like flaming substances below the door here to set this hotel on fire because there are refugees in there.
Yeah, fortunately they don't know how anything works.
Yeah.
And so
they're very stupid. But a lot of this is also, you know, just for their own sense of hype and power, right?
Yeah.
This is rallying for them as much as it is in action, you know? And the cops are watching them do it.
I was about to point out.
Whole line of police officers, as these guys are openly trying to commit arson.
Yeah.
and the cops are watching them do it. Now, tell me if this were some sort of leftist action happening here, that the cops would just be standing there. Literally pouring gasoline in front of a lineup of officers.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It is insane and sickening.
And this is, what Trump and Polyev, et cetera, have been trying to work on.
Yep.
Yeah, so fortunately, the cops aren't doing anything, but Antifa folks are.
Yes. Luckily, good on these Antifa folks. Oh, sorry again. The volume is way too loud on these videos. So, yeah, these are a group of fascists here on the outside trying to bust into this hotel. And there's literally a lineup of anti-fascist activists standing up to these morons, keeping them out. They are literally the only thing keeping them out, and they way outnumber the fascists too. You can plainly see there's a handful of these knuckleheads.
Yeah.
But look how many of them there are.
Yeah.
Right.
And so this is community in action.
Yeah.
Because
that's how you do it.
Because you can't trust the cops. The cops will not.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, when race rights, and I'm not saying that this is inevitable everywhere, because nothing's inevitable.
There's cops in that crowd right there.
Oh,
I guarantee
absolutely.
it. I guarantee it.
Absolutely. But like in areas where it comes down to it, where fascists are emboldened and they start to attack, point out to me any time the cops have actually intervened immediately. They don't. They'll intervene when they feel it's politically expedient.
Yeah.
But they hope that it's after the fascists have done some bashing.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
Not get bashed. As soon as fascists are like on their backs and like getting bashed, suddenly the cops are like super eager to like break things up.
Yeah. Just to end on a lighter note there, but yes, that is absolutely what must be done. You have to actively stand up to these people.
Yeah.
That's
so
how you
like
do it.
I don't think it's reasonable that like every one of their 4-year-old daughters need to go into that lineup to protect areas. Like we all have roles to play. I'm just saying this is one of the roles to actually put your body on the line.
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to touch back. I was going to do this during the Rogan segment here, but this is Chris D'Elia. I forget how to pronounce his name. This fucking schmuck. Yeah. He was sort of canceled a while back. For being creepy with young girls.
Yeah.
And he's denied. And of course, as all successful cancellation campaigns go, as he bemoans, ruining his career or what have you. Here he is performing just recently at the Comedy Store, doing one of the least funniest bits I've ever seen. And it's not even edgelord racist stuff. It's just like, again, this is an example of I'm offended on behalf of the art of comedy. And all right.
So many comedians do crowd work now. They'll be like, what was up? You know what I mean? Someone will just be like, I got the clip, and you watch the clip, and the comedian's like, what's your name? And the guy's like, fucking Terrence. And then the comedian's like, oh.
Why are they laughing? He's just doing the setup for the
joke. We got Terrence over here. Whoa. What are you from Hustle and Flow? Whoa. This is the actor from Hustle and Flow. You guys know. And then they post it. And then, where do you work, though? Where do you work? We got a guy who works. 9 million views on TikTok. Yeah, you in a relationship? Or yeah, I'm married. Oh, he's sad about it. Okay, we're the single guys, though. Fucking 25 million views. Just, hey, what are you wearing? What do you got?
You know what makes stuff really funny is when there's no punchline anywhere, and you just make loud noises, and you can tell that the person doing it is angry. like tell me you can't get that seething anger vibe coming off of this dude through this whole delivery. Where it's like, it's not even funny. He's like upset that there's these comedians on TikTok getting a lot of attention and he's not.
No.
That's basically the extent of what you're watching here. So again, this is like, somebody performing at the Laugh Factory. I said the Comedy Store before. No, this is the Laugh Factory. Another big venue for comedians, though. And yeah, delivering what? What is this? You're just whining that other comedians doing crowd work is popular on TikTok?
And like, that's just something that people in like comedians and small
they're getting like 25 million views. I don't know. Like, he posted this video himself, right? This comes from his TikTok. He posted it on Twitter as well.
Yeah.
And with the caption, "Try harder." He's the one saying to other comedians,
Chris, you should
try harder.
Because like, I'm waiting
with this, like like
fucking
literally,
TikTok.
like the laziest bit I've ever seen.
65 million views, just fucking a whole state sold out. Yeah, he sold out Wyoming. What theater? Just Wyoming, dude. It was crazy. It was really vast. So what'd you guys meet though? Would you too?
I mean, it might have worked better if he cut it off at some point.
Yeah.
Tinder.
He's like still going.
Not the old-fashioned way.
And this is like edited down too, right?
Fucking 88 bajillion views. Like. Oh, dude, sold out Canada. What theater? All of Canada.
I just told the same joke twice.
Yeah, but louder this time.
Yeah, I had to yell it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's just being loud and throwing his thing. This is what comedians years ago, and in comedy fans in general alike, years ago made fun of Dane Cook for. Having literally no jokes and just being loud and acting like this.
I mean, like, you can do that. I'll let you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come after you, but like,
I mean, it can be funny when people do that. But like this, I don't know. This isn't funny. This just seems like a sad, angry man yelling on stage about, how the kids are popular and he's not.
Yeah.
That's the extent of that.
I'm glad that you held me back from making dinner to watch that. I'm gonna go.
But wait. This is the real cherry on top. You'll enjoy this because this was right before.
Okay, good.
This is right before he got canceled, and so I love this person reposting this video saying, "Sorry, Chris, but nothing you'll ever do will ever top this." The context of this, I was crying, laughing when I saw this. And this will be officially the end of the show. Thanks for sticking with me through this, Nat. Trust me, this is worth it.
Hold on a second. How did it come out? Like, how did they...
The boy's mother ended up finding it.
Finding it? What do you mean? Snapchat goes away, right? How they...
He probably saved it. You can screen record, take screenshots.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on.
Hold on a second.
Like you can see the gears turning. Amazing. You can save stuff on Snapchat. Oh god.
But
oh my god.
Yeah, cool. Anyways, fuck you, Chris.
Oh, that just freaking incredible.
I'm gonna.
So yeah, thanks for sticking around, Nat. All I'm gonna say is thanks for sticking around to the show. I'm gonna play us out. Thanks for watching live. Nat very much wants to get started on making dinner. God bless her.
I'm in the office tomorrow at 7 a.m. You can go to bed. I went to the gym. So.
All right. Well, as always, ladies and gentlemen,